Empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
All right. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Snack Cackle Talking. I am your host, Lacey, and today is Relationship Saturday. So I know you guys see that topic that I have for you guys, okay? So I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to hop on this feed. And but our topic today is love in disguise. That is our topic. Okay, love in disguise. Okay. I had chose this topic because there are a lot of relationship shorts, reels, videos, whatever showing love in disguise. So it's basically what I geared that topic around is guys being schemed by girls. And no, it's not funny, but I can't help but laugh about it because I'm not understanding how they don't see the signs. I'm not understanding how they are missing all the red flags. So that's why I chose Love in Disguise. And the subtitle of that is basically, is your relationship, is your partner conning you out of love, basically. So I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to hop on this feed because I want some honest, honest comments. Okay, I know some of y'all probably won't comment, but I would like to have it to see what you guys think about this. Okay, um, I'm sure a lot of the conversations might be negative towards towards females or whatever, but I still want to hear it. And I want to know. I actually want to hear from someone that may have gone through this. That may have, whether you're a male or a female. I actually want to. I want to know if you have ever been in a relationship where your partner conned you out of love. Okay, your partner was a little con artist. He was a love robber. So that's what our topic is today. Um, let's see. I had okay. I'm doing something I ain't got no business doing over here on Facebook, I'm sure. Cause I was just trying to do something and it went away. Okay, I guess I'll okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. But yes, basically what I want to know is, are you in a love? Do you have a love that is in disguise? Is your partner conning you out of love? Okay. Whether you are a male or a female. Okay. Now with this topic, I keep getting my stuff closed out that I'm trying to refer to. Because I have all my stuff outlined here and all of my devices keep closing out on me. So just hold on. What is going on here now? I'd like to get this update later. Okay, got it. I don't know why my live is going in and out over here on TikTok. Okay, so what I was trying to say. Okay, so basically, love is supposed to, be supportive. You're supposed to have a supportive partner, the give and the take, not just someone that's just taking. Okay. And I know there are a lot of people out there that are in relationships where it's just one sided, where you are the giver and the other person is the taker. You know what I'm saying? You got a leech as your partner. They're just leeching off of you. That's basically what they're doing. If you couldn't define what they was doing to you, they are leeching off of you. They are sucking you dry. Um, but what if it's supposed to, what if the love that they're giving you is they're using it as a weapon against you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know it because they're, what is the word that I'm looking for? I can't get my bearings, y'all, because I know what I want to say, but for some reason it's just not coming out like that today. But the person is using love as a weapon against you. And I see a lot of girls, especially young women, that pursue rich older guys, or they pursue guys that a great example. And disclaimer, this I'm not a professional, okay? And this is just for entertainment purposes, and I am just strictly using this person as an example based on the responses that this person has received from social media feeds, okay? But you take Travis and his wife that he just married. I consider, well, in the beginning, I didn't consider it, but I kind of am starting to think that maybe they have like a love in disguise kind of marriage, and that she may be conning him out of love so that she can get the life that she wants. That is basically what I'm talking about with this topic. Is or have you all been in a relationship like that, where someone conned you out of your love? They didn't love you in return. They had no good intentions of loving you in return. They just pretended to do those things so that they could get what they wanted out of you. Okay. So that's basically what this topic is about. Okay. Uh, so sometimes your partner may not be the nurturing type in this relationship. You can't seem to get them to nurture the relationship, to help it grow, because they have no intentions of doing that. They have no intentions of longevity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can play the part. If you are a female going through this with a male, yeah, they can play the part and treat you nice and give you all the signs that everything is good and that y'all are in a relationship and that y'all are growing. And then one day you wake up and realize all of that was just a phase. They were pretending. Same thing with a guy. Except I'm starting to realize that with the guys, they might have got the shorter end of the stick with this one, because when the girls do it to the guys, it's usually for financial gain. Okay. Now you got guys, they doing it to females too, and it's becoming more popular for guys to do it for financial gain with females, but you really see it in the women doing it to the guys more so than you see the guys doing it to the women. Okay. The most dangerous part is that it doesn't always look like that's a form of abuse. Okay. But it's not looking like it's a form of abuse, but you are being mentally abused and you don't know it. Emotionally, you are being abused and you don't know it. Okay. Um, it can come disguised as charm, flattery. You know that you got some sweet talkers out there, men and women. So it's like, y'all sit back and think about your relationships, whether it's the past or the current. What have y'all gone through? If I sit back and I think about my relationships, I don't think that I have been in that type of relationship. Now, I could have been the one that did it, and not realize that I had done it, because I was a teenager. So I haven't had a lot of relationships because I've been with my partner for 20 some years, 27 years. And so I don't see, I know I've dated someone as a rebound to get over another person, but I had no intentions of longevity with that person. Okay, it was just a rebound person. So I have done that. Um, but on the scale of which the people are doing it now, like I think the video that's going around right now on Facebook and on the reels and shorts and whatnot, is what the guy, I'm assuming the guy must have been blind, is what they said, and he took his girl out to dinner, and she and she brought an army with her. She took her 20 some members of her family with her, and they all ate off of this guy. Okay, now I'm not understanding how he didn't realize that they were not alone. But she brought 20 some people and put them all on his check and expected this man to pay for it because he was blind. She was taking advantage of their relationship, taking advantage of their situation. And for a woman like that to take advantage of a man like that, he had to shown her or led her to believe that he was loaded with cash. You know what I'm saying? Or he must have treated her in a way that led her to believe that it was okay for her to take advantage of him. And and she gave him falsehood of their relationship as well. But to stick her with that bill, he was well within his right. He was well within his right to stick her with that bill, okay? Because she's in the wrong. But how can a person like him protect himself from future women that plan to take advantage of him? Because she's definitely done ruined the chances of him trusting any woman after her. He's not going to do that ever, ever, ever again. He's not going to trust anybody now. So, but how can he protect himself? So, and then I think another skit that's going around is like the women, they are conning men out of rent money. You're in a relationship with this guy. I think one girl was like, well, you're all up in here. Which, if you are chilling at a woman's crib all the time, you are there all the time. You eat there, you sleep there, you have sex there, you pee there, you poop there, you do all those things there. Yes, she is well within her rights to ask you to help her with some of her bills, because you are taking up some of the energy of her bills. You are taking up space. And if you don't want to do that, it doesn't matter if she's on housing or anything like that, or any type of government assistance. You are taking up space. And even if she was getting her rent completely for free, you should not take advantage of that and assume that you should get it for free because she's getting it for free. You should not be entitled. You should not be forced to pay her anything because she's not paying anything. That's not how that go. Okay, because at the end of the day, you still taking up space. And it's the right thing to do to want to pay something. Now, on the other hand, paying her $3,000 a month for an apartment, who was the fool? Her for lying to you and taking it, or for you doing it and believing it? Like, why would you pay her rent for $3,000? You can just pay your own and just invite her over there. I'm not understanding that part. That way she don't feel entitled to ask you for rent money because you're not taking up space at her spot. You invite her to your spot and send her home. Has anybody ever thought to do that? I'm kind of confused on that part. But some of the signs that I think that you can that hopefully some of these signs, I'll say that some of these signs you can tell that that person is conning you. Okay, they're conning you out of your love. Okay, so at first they overwhelm you with the affection, the gifts, the promises. And this happens not just in heterosexual relationships, okay? This can happen in same-sex relationships as well. So you got that one person. Me personally, I can't be with nobody that overwhelm me with gifts. I feel like that's like some type of dominance, and I can't be with you if you feel like I have to be gifted all the time. I don't want that, because what are you going to ask for in return? Or are you going to throw it in my face later on? Am I going to have to hear about it later? You know, or what are you expecting from me? If you're a person that likes to give gifts. I mean, you do have those people that they're just bursting with love and affection and they love to show and prove to a person like that. That's fine and dandy, but it can be too much sometimes. Um, they pull away emotionally. So even, as fast as they step in and they show you this type of affection by gifting you stuff, all of a sudden they withdraw. They pull back, like this tug of war game with you and your affections and your feelings, going back and forth, and they don't see nothing wrong with what they're doing. Even if you're telling them and bringing it to the forefront, they don't see the wrongdoing in what they're doing to you. Okay. Because they do it so casually, they don't think it's wrong. Um, they using that affection that they're showing you at the beginning of our relationship as a leverage to kind of pull you in. I see that in a lot of celebrity relationships. They jumping in and out of these relationships and marriages, especially the marriages, after only being together for weeks, and then they're married for days. I see that happening there. Manipulating your insecurities. Now, a person will play off of your insecurities, whether you are a male or a female. If you disclose to that person what traumas you went through in the past, the whole point is in going through it with this person is so that they don't put you through those same traumas. Okay, because you've already been through it. So you're letting them know that you've already been through that. You don't want to go through that again. But on the other end of the person that's receiving this information from you, they can use that as leverage to do it to you, but do it in a different way that kind of disguises it to where you don't know that they're doing it until it's too late. Um, let's see, constant guilt tripping. I see that a lot. Now I've been seeing it in interracial couple relationships. I've been seeing it in a lot of those where they guilt trip you a lot, and that making you feel making you feel guilty for stuff that you shouldn't even be feeling guilty for. So I've seen that 100%. I've seen that. They twist the conversations to make you feel like you're the problem. 100% have seen that. I have seen that. So I kind of want to know, like, how many of y'all have been through stuff like this? Like, what have y'all experienced, and how did y'all get yourselves out of this stuff? Okay. Now I haven't been through anything like this. Okay. If I do something wrong in a relationship, I have absolutely no problem apologizing. Okay. And I expect it in return. And trust and believe, if you do not apologize to me, we're gonna have a problem. And I'm probably not gonna speak to you until you do apologize. So that's just me. I will bring it to the forefront of how you made me feel, or what you said, or what you did. That's me. But everybody's not as outspoken and upfront with the relationships as I am. But I'm definitely outspoken and upfront with the relationship, because I know what I deliver, and so I know what I expect. Um, let's see. Yeah, I could using your emotions as a weakness, especially for people that are very emotional. I can see them doing that. taking advantage of that. And especially if you're a sweet, timid person, I can see them. You're definitely bait. You're bait. Withholding affection as a weapon as well. They withhold that affection. They 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 give you just enough to keep you interested, but not exactly what you're looking for, not exactly what you're wanting them to give you. That I've seen that. Now I might have gone through that one. I may have gone through that one where they give you just enough, and you just walk away from that relationship when it's like that. Especially if you're given everything that they need to make them feel secure in you, but they're not giving you what you need to feel secure in them, but they're just giving you just enough to keep you from walking away. It's time to walk away anyway. It's time to walk away. Um, oh, using sex as a weapon. That they do that, especially women, and men do it too. Okay. Um, Women do it. I've never done it. I don't got time for that. If I want some, I'm not a person to pursue, and that's a topic within itself. So if y'all haven't heard me talk about that, then I have plenty of videos about my little crazy thoughts on how I pursue my husband, because I don't pursue my husband sexually. I just expect him to know that I want to be pursued. And but I've never been in a position where I hold out on him unless and he does something wrong. That is totally different. Um, you have those that play the victim. Boy, do they know how to play the victim. They frame themselves as being misunderstood, or they avoid accountability for their actions, or or you just making it up, or you just thinking things. They try to make sure that it pinpoints to you. You know what I'm saying? Make you look like you crazy. Okay. That right there. I can't play with nobody that do that kind of stuff. Okay. Because you do that kind of stuff to me, I'm definitely gonna walk away. And you probably just gonna look up and I'm be gone. I ain't gonna even say nothing. I'm just gonna walk off and I ain't coming back. I'm not a confrontational person, but I would definitely, like, if you say something to me that I don't like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna walk off and I'm not coming back. Um, they make you question your feelings, um, um, your perceptions of what you think your relationship is. Your relationship shouldn't. You shouldn't have to question. What is this? I shoot to co-host with one other creator. I don't know what that is. So, um, I haven't really learned TikTok, so I have stuff popping up on my feed that I'm not really familiar with. Um, I guess it's more like about merging with other creators and stuff like that. No offense. I don't know anything about that. So I can't go clicking into stuff I don't know about. But yeah, they make you question your feelings and your perceptions about your relationship. And I just feel like if you are in a relationship, especially if you're the person that pursued me and I entertain your pursuit, I don't want to question if whether or not we're in a relationship, especially if you're the one that's pursuing. I don't want to have to question that whatsoever. Um, I don't want to be made to feel like I'm crazy either. And the last thing is like you are just your relationship just is just draining. You just utterly, it's like going to a job that you no longer enjoy. and you just ultimately just lost 100% interest in just being there. When you're in a relationship like that, it is time to go. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Just go. Just get the hell out of there. If you got to leave everything behind, leave it and start over if you have to. That's just my opinion on it. If you're just not hopping on this feed, our topic is love in disguise. And I am Lacey. Y'all, I'm so sorry I keep deep breathing. I am tired. Today feels like a Sunday, a nice rainy day where you just sleep in and just relax. That's how I feel today. I feel like I've just stayed up all night drinking and I had a hangover today, but I don't drink. So I don't have a hangover, but I'm sleepy. Like I didn't get my sleep out, even though I wasn't up popping fireworks. Usually I'm up popping fireworks with my grandbaby, but my grandbaby, she went to go see the fireworks this year. So I didn't have nothing to keep me up all night. But by the time I made it home from work though, they made it home after me. She ran around the house for a good hour or two after that. But then I went to sleep. But I don't feel like I got to sleep. And then I got off from work today and I went home and took a cat nap. But I don't feel like I took a cat nap. So I'm still feeling kind of drained. But I still came in here because I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all. So I'm not gonna hold you guys, but if y'all done been through this, if y'all done been in a love in disguise situation where your partner cons you out of love, let me know. I want to know. I want to know what they did to you and how did you get out of it. That's what I want to know. What did you do about that whole situation? And did y'all discuss it? Like, and how long did it go on for? How long did it go on for? Or if you were the person that did it to someone else, why did you do it? That's what I want to know. Other than that, I got a lot of topics up on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, but I don't hardly get on Instagram because Facebook and Instagram are pretty much the same. I used to get on there a lot, but I don't get on there anymore. But I would like for you guys to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I know I'm kind of sluggish today, so y'all overlook that because I'm sleepy. But other than that, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I really, really do. And I will see you guys later. I will be back on here for Hot Topic Tuesday. Now I will be a little bit more livelier than I am right now because I don't work for the next week. So I'm off. So I'll have more energy. But I've been I'm off from one of my jobs. I work 2 jobs. I'm off from one of my jobs and then I took up hours at the other job since I was off. So I've been working the past 3 days. And I work at the jail. So yeah, I'm drained. Other than that though, I don't have anything else left to say except for thank y'all, and I will see y'all next time. Let me know what y'all think on the topic. Bye.
Bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.